All right, remember this Antifa
Giving it
protest?
away.
That's right. Protest leader and middle school teacher. She's a middle school teacher who got arrested for assault. Take a look.
Come here now.
Off our streets! Get the off our streets!
Sir, please. Just here to protest. Please.
Middle school teacher. Well, now she's being hit where it hurts. Former UC Berkeley College Republican president Troy Warden is suing Yvette Falarca for $100,000 in damages. He claims she threatened him and limited his right to free speech.
Well, Mark Moisier is the attorney representing Troy Warden, and he joins us now. Hey, Mark.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey, thank you for having me.
So you're seeking $100,000 worth of damages, alleging alleging harassment on college campus. Troy is. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about some of the harassment he is facing, or he has faced.
Okay, well, yes. Well, Yvette Falarca actually sued Troy Warden, got a civil harassment restraining order, which restricted his First Amendment rights and his Second Amendment rights, plus restricted his ability to get around the campus and made it impossible for him to do his job as Berkeley College Republican. In order to get this temporary restraining order, she had to lie to the courts and, said that Troy said things that we had video evidence of their encounters, which he never said. And she alleged events that occurred at certain times and dates. And the school showed that Troy was at work during those times. So she lied to the courts, got this temporary restraining order, the purpose of which was so that she could have her meetings to disrupt the Ben Shapiro event that was going on in August. And we are now counter-suing her back for damages, and we're suing her attorneys for sanctions for bringing this frivolous action.
So, Mark, we've been showing videos of Yvette. We also showed the video of her punching a protester. That was not your client, Troy Warden, but we will note that Yvette is the leader of a group called By Any Means Necessary, an Antifa or anti-fascist group, as she says. Well, by any means necessary, according to her, means punching people at events if necessary. Where do you believe this will go? Ultimately, your client is suing because he doesn't want to be assaulted, wants the ability to have free speech as a college Republican at Berkeley. What's your hopeful outcome on this?
Well, as you said earlier, hit them where it hurts in their pocketbooks. And, we're not just going after her, we're going against her attorneys, because her attorneys are actually, Shanta Driver is one of the national leaders for the organization By Any Means Necessary. So we're going against the organization. This was a clear plot by the organization By Any Means Necessary to restrict the Berkeley College Republicans because they did not like the speech that they were given. Yvette Falarca has said that she thinks it's self-defense to beat up somebody who she calls a fascist, and she is calling the Berkeley College Republicans fascists. So by implication, she thinks it's okay to beat up college Republicans. This all arose from a meeting that she was having where she was planning on disrupting the Ben Shapiro event. And when the Berkeley College Republicans showed up to try to discuss it with her, they tried to use force to keep the Berkeley College Republicans from attending their meeting where they intended to disrupt the event. Yeah. And
Mark, I want to get your reaction from a statement from her attorney to the East Bay Times. In quote, this motion is his attempt to use the courts to continue stalking Miss Falarca. The First Amendment does not give Warden the right to stalk people or to violate restraining order and be in Falarca's face and take video of her for 30 minutes, which Warden did after the court commanded him to stay away. So your response to that?
Well, it's transference. They're basically blaming Troy Warden for the actions that they themselves are doing. The allegation that he violated a restraining order actually came out in court, that she basically served him when he was, she obtained a temporary restraining order, waited till he was within 20 feet of her, and then had one of her friends serve it. Based upon the interaction between the team, he just, it was like paper thrown at him. He said, let's call the police over here. And it took the police about a half hour to come over. And when the police came over and said, yes, this is, called it in, yes, this is a temporary restraining order, he left. But it's a complete fabrication or misinterpretation of the truth, which is their tactics, the Scolinski tactics. Just don't, lie, cheat, tell a lie loud enough, long enough. Hopefully people will believe it.
Sure. I mean, when you have a group called By Any Means Necessary and then you use violent means, why are you going to be surprised if you're held to account for it? Mark Muser, attorney representing Troy Warden, thanks for being on the program this morning. Thank you.